Community Link, presented by Citizens Energy Group, One America, and FCFCU.
Thank you for joining us for this week's Community Link. I'm Caroline Mays. The state of Indiana's Department of Health is working on improving the racial and ethnic health disparities across the state. They are doing so through several initiatives and programs. To talk more about those programs and how you can benefit from them, joining us today is Antoinette Holt, Director of Minority Health of Indiana. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Tell us about the gaps in minority health and the services that you provide.
So right now, we know that racial and ethnic minorities experience almost 2 to 3 times more prevalent rates of chronic disease or even mortality, depending upon what disease we're looking at as far as our population here in the Hoosiers. I know that up to 18% or more of Indiana is made up of racial ethnic minorities, and so for 18% of the population to experience that much disparities, something has to be done. And so some of the things that we do in addressing health disparities is addressing our partnerships with such agencies as Indiana Minority Health Coalition or the Minority Health Initiative that the state has in statute, or different things that they have to make sure that all Hoosiers are being taken care of and addressed as far as their concerns and issues.
So what are some of the services then that you provide?
So some of the things that we do is we don't do direct services necessarily, but we do programs and projects, or we partner. So the MHI that I mentioned is a statutory agreement that we have in the state that allows us to be able to give money to agencies such as the Indiana Minority Health Coalition, where they fund their coalitions. They go out to Joe Q Public, and so people can get services, people can learn about the diseases that are prevalent within their communities, and they get the communities involved, because it's not just us telling you what to do, but we got to make sure what works in these different communities. And then we do different programs to address issues such as chronic disease, infant mortality, which is very high amongst African Americans and Latinos especially, or even the smoking rate, or even looking at nutrition, physical activity.
So you have a big health fair coming up. Tell us about that.
So the Indiana Black Minority Health Fair is its 33rd year, and it's going to be at Convention Center in Hall F this year. Our theme this year is Invest in Your Health, and so we're going to offer over $2,000 worth of free health screenings that we will provide for those people that come and take part of it. So everything from glucose to cholesterol, full lipid panel, by the way, A1C, prostate screening, you name it, we'll pretty much have it there.
So it's open and free to the public. Are there bilingual services that will be provided?
There will be bilingual services provided, and yes, it is open and free to the public, so we invite everyone from the smallest to the oldest, the youngest. Everybody is welcome to come.
Thank you so much for joining us, Antoinette. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And this was your weekly Community Link. To share this segment or to learn more about the available minority programs, head to wishtv.com.